He held her tightly, her warm blood soaking through his shirt as she gasped for breath. The distant echo of tires screeching away didn't matter. Time had frozen around the gas station. His wife, his pregnant wife, was shot, right in his arms. 2 officers stood just feet away, one still holding his gun, visibly shaken, while the other yelled into his radio. The bullet had torn through her shoulder, and the pain in her eyes pierced deeper than the wound itself. Before we continue, if you are watching our video for the first time, you're highly welcome to Elliot Stories. Please bless and support us by hitting that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more edifying stories coming your way tomorrow and never miss any. Share with friends who love stories filled with twists and morals, and loved ones who value respect and justice no matter the cost. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our stories travel. We also appreciate our unique constant viewers, our highly esteemed subscribers, our lovely new viewers, and our first-time subscribers for being part of our growth. Earlier that morning, Daniel Briggs had held Angela with the kind of tenderness that only came from a man madly in love. Their wedding was just 3 weeks ago, a simple but joyous beach ceremony with a few close friends. Angela was glowing. She was 7 weeks pregnant, and Daniel, a retired Navy SEAL, had finally found peace in her arms. The war zones, the classified missions, the blood, and the screams, all faded into irrelevance next to her laughter. They stopped at the gas station that morning to grab a bottle of water and stretch a bit before continuing their drive to her routine prenatal checkup. It was supposed to be a peaceful day. The kind you remember fondly. Instead, it turned into a nightmare. Angela was reaching for a bottle of orange juice when 2 cops pulled up with screeching tires. The officers, young and arrogantly confident, stormed out of their cruiser, guns drawn. Daniel turned with a raised brow, confused but calm. One of them, a tall, pale man with a military buzz cut, pointed his firearm directly at Angela and yelled, "Freeze! Drop whatever you're holding." Angela froze, juice still in her hand. "It's just juice," she said calmly. "I said drop it." Daniel stepped forward, hands raised. "She's pregnant. She's my wife. What's the problem?" "Shut up and get on the ground." Before Daniel could utter another word, a shot rang out. Angela dropped the bottle and crumpled. Time cracked open. Screams erupted. Blood painted her white blouse. Daniel caught her before she hit the ground. He didn't scream. He didn't shout. But something in his soul split apart. His breathing steadied. His eyes locked on the shooter. The cop lowered his gun, suddenly aware of the devastation he'd caused. The second officer was on the radio, requesting an ambulance, but the damage was irreversible. Within minutes, paramedics arrived. Angela was conscious but fading. Daniel, stoic but panicking inside, rode with her in the ambulance. Her grip tightened around his hand. At the hospital, she was rushed into surgery. The doctors worked quickly. Hours passed before one finally stepped into the waiting room. "She's stable." The bullet missed her heart by less than an inch. "She lost a lot of blood, but she's strong. And the baby is safe." Daniel exhaled for the first time in hours. His knees buckled as he sat down. Relief washed over him like a thunderstorm over fire. But peace didn't come. Justice had to. What the cops didn't know was that Daniel Briggs wasn't just any man. His name wasn't just ink on an ID. He was a decorated Navy SEAL. Black Ops missions. Intelligence retrieval. High-risk hostage rescues. He'd seen governments collapse and leaders fall. And now, he was a husband and a father-to-be. He didn't call lawyers. He didn't post on social media. Daniel moved quietly. The body cam footage was retrieved by a journalist contact within 48 hours. It showed clearly, Angela unarmed. Compliant. No threat. The officer's action was unjustified. Worse still, racially motivated. Daniel wanted the system to work first. But when the precinct tried to sweep it under the rug, claiming miscommunication during a high-alert call, he made a call to one of his former commanders, now working as a federal liaison. Within 72 hours, internal affairs descended. The Department of Justice followed closely behind. But that wasn't enough. Daniel filed a civil suit. He demanded open hearings. Angela, though still recovering, insisted on testifying. She sat before a packed courtroom, wearing a sling and holding a photo of her first ultrasound. He didn't see a human being. He saw a color. The jury didn't take long. The officer, Officer Brent Havers, was convicted. excessive force, racial profiling, attempted murder. He was sentenced to 15 years without parole. But Daniel wasn't done. He used the media attention to push for new legislation, mandatory de-escalation training, body cam transparency, and psychological evaluations every 6 months for officers in high-tension areas. Angela gave birth to a healthy baby girl 7 months later. They named her Hope. Years passed. Daniel declined interviews. But Angela wrote a book, 7 Weeks and a Bullet, chronicling her story, not just as a victim, but as a mother, a survivor, and a voice for change. The gas station was shut down months after the incident, replaced by a memorial garden funded by the Briggs Foundation, set up to provide legal support to victims of unjust police force. In the end, Daniel never lifted a fist. He never fired back. He didn't need to. Because sometimes, the most dangerous man isn't the one who attacks, it's the one who defends, protects, and rebuilds. Moral lesson. This story is a powerful reminder that justice must be blind to race, gender, or status. It teaches society that racial profiling is not only wrong but destructive. It challenges law enforcement to do better, not just with bullets, but with humanity. To all watching, if you see something wrong, speak up. If you wear a badge, wear it with honor. And if you love someone, protect them, not with violence, but with wisdom. This story was humbly crafted and brought to you by Elliot Stories. Catch you on the next one. Elliot Stories appreciates you all.